the winter, and you'd expect him to be just about good enough, assuming that he's going to act on the surface. He's certainly not going to have soft ground to contend with, but he looks a really nice type there.
He seems to be enjoying himself going down, doesn't he? And he's pretty well backed. Exchanges, he's just a shade bigger than evens. Bowie Boy, Ralph Beckett horse, he's had a go on the all-weather twice. He was third back in December, and then he was second in January.
Yeah.
He ran all right. He was sent off quite a well-backed favourite second time and got turned over.
Yeah, I think he can be marked up. Again, the beaten favourite, slightly has to be regarded as disappointing. But he made his challenge up the inside on his own, whereas the action was going on the stand side at Linkfield. I don't think that would have suited it. He still looked a little bit green, but he dug down, and I thought ran a perfectly reasonable race. I don't think it was the highest quality maiden, either of them, that there's ever been, but he looks capable of winning a Polytrack maiden. But just looking at the make and shape of him there, he doesn't look to have anything like, in my view, the quality of the Balding horse.
No.
He looks as though the all-weather winter is going to be his game, whereas the other horse looks as though he's progressing onto decent turf handicaps to me.
Ishiamba's a third favourite, 7 to 1, had a couple of goes. Third and then fourth here at Kempton, and third here the time before, third here in January, and quite recently finishing in fourth. What did you make of those two runs?
Well, I thought the first run was reasonably promising, and again, I thought the second run could be marked up a little, because about halfway through the race, he got impeded, didn't get the best of runs. I've just watched it again, and I think he could be rated, half a length, maybe a length better than that effort, but yeah, probably needs to improve. And another one that doesn't quite look to have the size and scope. Difficult to tell on the telly, but he just doesn't look to have the quality of the favourite. So I would argue that he's got to improve.
Just on the drift a little bit, Ishiamba out to 9 to 1 on the exchanges. Then we're talking about sort of 25s and bigger the rest. That brings in a newcomer from Amanda Parrott by Sleeping Indian, already gelded from stall 1. That's the Dreaming Brave. It brings in Lady Cathian as well.
Who's
had a couple of guys and got ground to make up on Ishiamba.
Yeah, no, I don't think it can make up. I don't think that one suffered in the way that that Ishiamba did. Just no real promise, I don't think, from Lady Cathian. Has got to improve a lot, and needs to get out of the stalls a bit quicker. But no, I couldn't see where any improvement might come to. Marfilly looks a stayer in 2 runs over a mile, and a moderate stayer at best for John Best, which is slightly surprising given its pedigree, but just looks a little bit too slow to win this maiden on what we've seen so far. But we'll have a handicap mark after this run.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, okay. Money for Bowie Boy now on the exchanges. Ahead of them.
Done absolutely nothing wrong, and maybe a type that is nippier and handier and more suited to this sort of track. But if I had to bet, which one will end up with the highest rating by the end of June, I know which way I'd go, just on looks. The Bishop, definitely, but whether it's totally ready. But the money was on Bishop of Ruscombe this morning, and maybe it's a case that there's no appetite to back him at a short price on the track, or of course everyone else is those that are in, or maybe those that are on at 2 to 1 are laying off.
From what we can see, he does look different gear, doesn't he?
I think he looks quality. I like that sort of shape and size. Well, I generally like the look of most of Andrew Balding's horses, but he's only spent a reasonable amount of money, but he does look to have progressed well from 2 to 3. But whether he's suited to this game, I think could be open to question. But they've obviously decided that they want to get some experience in him, and maybe they've got an all-weather, not an all-weather, a turf handicap campaign in mind, and want to just get him a confidence-boosting win in him to get him going.
Okay, loading process underway. The late money now is for Bishop of Ruscombe. That can so often be telling. There is late support for him, as Bowie Boy now just on the drift a little bit. So I think I'll be with Bishop of Ruscombe overall.
I definitely would. But the other thing can definitely win a race.
Yeah, definitely.
Can
For
definitely win a
Rafe Beckett,
race.
who's got about his strike rate here at Kempton's over 20% in the last few years, so he's quite well meant when he sends them to Kempton. Does well with his maidens as well. There's Bishop of Ruscombe coming forward. We haven't had a chance to say hello to Simon. We can do that now.
Thank you, Angus. Good evening, everybody. They're lined up. And they're off racing. And out best Bowie Boy with Bishop of Ruscombe in the maroon jacket, the front two in the market, now being split by Lady Cathian, who heads on between them. Dreaming Brave is back in fourth, followed by Is She Amber, and then French Accent, and finally Mar Philly as they make their way through the first quarter mile. And Lady Cathian is the one that sets out to make the running here. Bowie Boy towards the outside, noseband blue jacket, maroon colours, Bishop of Ruscombe the favourite on the inside, followed by Is She Amber in the black with the gold hoop sleeves, French Accent to the outside, Dreaming Brave towards the inside, and Mar Philly is still the back marker. Swinging right-handed out of the back straight, Lady Cathian and Joe Fanning seeking a double here. Joe leads the way to Bowie Boy in second, Bishop of Ruscombe on the inside, Steadily Run Affair, followed then by Is She Amber, French Accents out wide, Dreaming Brave with plenty of cover up the rail, and Mar Philly just nudged along. They'll shortly be turning into the home straight with 3 furlongs left to travel. Lady Cathian by 3 parts of a length to Bowie Boy. Bishop of Ruscombe right round the inside has tracked the leader through all the way. Is She Amber is next, then out wide French Accent, Dreaming Brave back in the field with Mar Philly. Heading inside the 2, Bowie Boy looms up alongside Lady Cathian. Bishop of Ruscombe going for the rail runner on the far side and quickens up pretty well. Bowie Boy going with Bishop of Ruscombe and doing best now as they enter the final furlong. Bowie Boy, Bishop of Ruscombe coming back, the front two in the market fighting this out. Bowie Boy on the near side of Bishop of Ruscombe. Bowie Boy by half a length, by 3 parts, and by a length at the finish. Bowie Boy beats Bishop of Ruscombe, then Is She Amber back in third, and Dreaming Brave was fourth.
Well, the front two in the market had it between them. It looked like it turned into a sprint visually, and these two fought out a good finish. Bowie Boy too strong for Rafe Beckett and Richard King to get Bishop of Ruscombe second, for Andrew Pauling and David Probert, and Is She Amber was back in third place. Just too sharp, really, Bowie Boy seemed to be.
I think so, yeah. And he's a gutsy thing, because he definitely took it up, then got headed, and then took it up again. So he responds well. Is there any critique of Bishop of Ruscombe? I don't think there is. Just the sharper, fitter, nippier type has won. I still stick by my view that by midsummer, Bishop of Ruscombe will be rated higher than the other horse. He's just got a bit more scope about him and probably wants a bigger track. Maybe he might be better on turf. But,
Yeah, I think it just turned into a sprint, which was won by the horse that was just a little bit nippier type.
yeah, that's my view. The Lady Cathian, unlike 2 previous runs, got out of the stalls quickly and made the running, but looks as though he slowed it down the way the jockeys are stacked up behind it. The 2 are eyeballing each other all the way. The other 4 in the race never did anything of note and didn't figure.
Yeah.
As soon as this pace setter had gone, it just became a head-to-head, and it played out in the last furlong with both horses looking like the winner at some point. But they're both travelling well. They're going to challenge either side of this weakening outsider, and the Rafe Beckett horse just had a little bit too much on the day.
You know, they're both travelling quite sweetly, turning into the straight. If anything, Bishop of Ruscombe was a bit keen through the first furlong and a half, but I don't think that's an excuse. I just think the horse with a sharper turn of foot. And I like the way that Bowie Boy responded to some strong pressure applied by Richard Kingscote, because he looked like he was about to be headed, and then he found a bit more when Kingscote gave him a flick of the whip.
Now, I hope I haven't underestimated him in terms of quality, but
for the moment, just there, and then look, he goes, he finds a bit, doesn't
absolutely. And you'd rather have a little one that fights and battles rather than a horse that's got quality that is soft and doesn't do it.
Yeah, exactly.
And this one certainly has got battling qualities, so it'll win handicaps, that's for certain.
Look at the head on, Bishop of